How you doing, folks? This is Ron Grovis from Ron's Beers. I got a beer to showcase today from Notch Brewing in Salem, Massachusetts. It's called Infinite Jest. The ABV on this beer is a 4.3 ABV percentage of alcohol. It's an American session beer. This brewery is basically one of the first founders of, in the United States now, of brewing session beers. This brewery is located at 283R Derry Street, Salem, Mass. Should you want to call, the phone number there is 978-238-9060. It's known for being a session ale, like I say, and it's a hoppy wheat beer. So it's a throwback of the days of when they were making the wheat beers, but now it's a hoppy wheat beer, with the IPAs being up there. You're all familiar in the history books of Salem, Massachusetts, the witch trials, and them hanging innocent people for being witches. The law did that back then, hung people for being witches. In Salem, Massachusetts, they seem to have gotten the historical background of that, even though it's other towns that were involved. I think Marblehead and so forth. But anyways, we got off that tangent. We're here on the beer, on the Notch Brewing, like I said, in Salem, Mass. And let's talk a little about the company. This basically was the first brewery company in the United States to focus exclusively on session beers. They wanted to brew the types of beers that those guys that own the brewery now like, and that was session. They came up with a style for the Americans, basically going along with the Czech and the German recipes and so forth. They definitely wanted to brew the style that they enjoyed, but to the American likings. The session beers have been enjoyed in every great brewing country of the world. I mean, for centuries, they've been brewing it. Yet, they was awfully overlooked in the United States of brewing these session beers. Now, these are all their words. Basically, we brewed session style of the Czech Republic, in Germany, in England, Belgium, their styles. I mean, it's basically session beers have a certain style, like all beers have their own styles. But some other countries use certain ingredients in their recipes, and that's what they were going with. They were saying. They built a new brewery in Salem, Massachusetts. A nice one, real nice one. I haven't been there, but I will go there. Plan on going to a couple of places this spring and summer. In 2016, they built a nice new facility in Salem, Mass. They have a tap room there. They have a beer garden. They do brewery tours there. And it's, I think, Friday and Saturday, the tours. But you should call. I gave the number earlier, 978-238-9060, for the tours and the times that they have the tours. They allow dogs to be on the tours, which is nice, and children under 21 as long as they're with the parents. So that's really nice as far as a brewery doing that you can have your dog there at the beer garden or the brewery. I don't know if the dogs can go on the tour. That I don't know. But if I was the beer garden, they can. Beer Advocate gave this beer a 3.95 on their rating out of 5. So that means they gave it a very good rating. So let's take a look at the can so we can see. I hope the glare isn't too much because we need a lighting here today. It's kind of a overcast day. 4.3% alcohol volume, Notch Brewing Company. Infinite Jest. I don't know if they got that name, Infinite Jest. Haven't seen anything on it. The beer itself, the malt in this beer. Well, let's open it up. I want to see this beer. It should be hazy. Wheat beers. Before we go any further on the talking, let's open this up. top was cleaned off, but I'm going to wipe it off. Okay. Let's see what water vapors come out. Oh, I can smell the hops already, and I'll explain something about the hops that are in this, the exquisite hops. I will explain about that. If I get it in the glass, it seems to be missing. Well, we do have a 12-ounce glass. And yes, it is a bit hazy. As you can see, nice head on it, not big. Probably a half-inch head on it. We'll get a chance to look at the glass. Save water, drink beer. You know, standby glasses. It is a bit hazy. And it should be, as being a wheat beer. The malt that's in this beer is malted wheat. Pilsner malt, malted oats. Now the hops in this are Mosaic and Citra. And then it's dried with Equinox hops. I'd never heard of Equinox hops, so I will give you some information on it. That head is disseminating fast, and I'm surprised. Let's get the drone up. The drone's going to go right down inside, I guess. That's quite the drone. Yeah, the head really dissipated quite a bit. I'm surprised on that one. It really went down fast. But the Equinox hops, I want to say it's really a complex hops. It's really involved. It used to be called HBC 366. It's now called Equinox, and I think not many brewers have used it. The ones that have used it was Brooklyn Brewery over there in New York. They used it. I don't know exact beer, but I know they used it. Not many breweries have used this Equinox because it's so involved and so complex. The alpha acids in this aren't that low or high. They're 14.4 to 15.6. So I guess they're kind of high on the alpha acids on this. The origin is this is an American, USA. This is truly an original hop for the USA. On the aroma of this hop, and in the flavors, aroma / flavors, you get lemon, you get lime, you're going to get papaya, you're going to get apple, cherries, mangoes, green peppers. I like green peppers when they're cooking. Yeah, pepper steak subs. Oh, my wife does a great job with that. Citrus and pine. Now that's quite the complex hop that they've come up with. I imagine that was all done in the laboratory to do that. Get a hop with that much flavor and aromas on it. I can't imagine the complexity of something like that, and that's a hop. They basically, I mean, they get the Mosaic and the Citra in here, but when they dry hopped it with the Equinox hops, I mean, you get enough flavors out of the malted oats, some malted Pilsner malt, and the malted wheat, and now you're getting from the hops. All right, I want to just say that this brewery, that new brewery that they built, is very close to the coastline of Massachusetts, Salem, Mass. It's north of Boston, Salem, where those witchcraft trials were, negative Salem. And I want to say that it's very close. If you go there to the beer garden or the beer tap room, oops, sorry about that, or the tap room, or the brewery itself, and do the tours, you're going to be very close to the coast of Massachusetts. You'd actually, basically, you'll be looking out at the Atlantic Ocean. So we take it for granted because we live on the Atlantic Ocean, and we see it a lot going to work or just driving around. But people from Midwest, Southwest, other parts of the country, to see the Atlantic Ocean is pretty unique. It's where the Pilgrims came across on to land in the United States. Or even closer, or earlier than that, the Portuguese explorers, Magellan, Cabral, and Vasco da Gama, and all those that landed in Dighton, Mass. They've carved out a rock there, up there in around Newfoundland and Canada and so forth. And the Vikings have been hitting the northern coast, and the Atlantic Ocean is pretty popular for that kind of exploration coming from the old world, as they say. So, with no further ado, I want to give this a try and see what it's like. First, let me give some smells on this. Oh, whoa. There is no doubt the complexity of this beer. This is definitely a wheat beer, more so from, you can see, the haziness to it. I mean, these session beers, but the complexity, it's the hops, the Equinox hops. And also, I mean, it's not solely the Equinox hops. You've got the Citra and the Mosaic, and they are prime good hops in themselves. They can stand on merit by themselves. But I'm smelling a sweetness and a number of the clove that, well, not clove, papaya, apples. What this does is you're not going to get a noticeable hop flavor or smell like the German, strictly the German beers that have the banana, the clove, and the orange, and the coriander flavors. You're not going to get that in this because of the hops that they've used in the yeast. It's an American yeast they've used. But I'm not picking up on any pine. Maybe the flavor, definitely the citrus, but the sweetness of the aroma. Not the flavor, the sweetness of the aroma. And I'm pretty sure I'll get that lemon and lime. Mango is the smell I'm getting. But anyways, enough sniffing like a bloodhound. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Ooh. Whoa. It is a crisp beer. Yes, it is crisp. That lagerness, like a lager, jumps right out at you. Oh. As far as the flavors, I really don't know what papaya is going to taste like. Apples and cherries, I do. Green peppers. It's a citrusy smell. Yeah, okay. A pine aroma. And the flavors are intermingled with all of what I'm saying as far as the lemon, or the papaya, or the lime, or the apples, and the cherries, mango, green peppers, citrus, and pine. Flavors and aroma are intermingled. It is crisp. It is definitely crisp. I'm not a session beer drinker, but this isn't all that bad. Definitely brewed well. Definitely brewed well. Would it be my normal everyday drinking beer? No. It leaves a bit of an aftertaste. Doesn't linger long, but it leaves it there for a bit. So, with that said, the opportunity to try this, they don't distribute too far out of the New England area. Northern part, I think it doesn't go farther than Maine, too far west of New York. It's pretty well the states, as far as the distribution is around the New England area. So, if you're in the area and you can try it, that'll be nice. I think you might like it if you're a session beer drinker. It's crisp, but a little bit too session of, and I'm not getting hoppy. It's a hoppy wheat, but I'm not really getting. I'm getting the wheat, and I like wheat beers, with I think it's the hoppiness that I'm not really enjoying. These are my taste buds. You may enjoy it, folks. So with that said, it's a cold day here today. Got the heaters going. You probably can hear in the background. It's dreary. The sun didn't come out today. Typical New England. That's the way it is. So have a good day, folks. If you're going to drink, be responsible. All your children under drinking age, don't drink. You will be able to drink when you get older. So have a good day, folks. Ciao.